Okay, 7 steps in business management. 7 steps in business management. So if you're in business management, this might be a useful video for you, and it's based on my 40 years in business, in organizations, and also 20 years providing consultancy services to the chief executive of very different organizations, different sizes, different countries. After a while, you start to see a pattern. So I thought I'd give you my take on what I'm looking for when I'm looking at the business management of the organization. Okay, so the first thing I'm looking for is why. Why is the business, why does it exist? Do the people who are running the business, they normally do, but do they know why they are in business? And this is the question which is very popular these days, and it normally comes under the words called purpose and also values. So purpose and values are 2 questions which answer the question why. But I do have to say at this point, it's not an intellectual answer. It's not something you can take from a book. It's something that has to come from your heart. Even if that word is alien to you, you will find that it does come from your heart, even if it's just money that you like. Okay, in fact, I'm going to go through the rest of these steps, and at the end what I'm going to do is give you a kind of a viewpoint which might surprise you, because it's not given much airtime. Second step in business management is vision. Groan? Did you groan? Yes, tick. You know that, don't you? There'll be a lot of things in this that you might know, but there may be something that will be of use to you. Now, why vision? In the ancient manuscripts, what you will find out if you care to read them is that in order to materialize, first of all, you have to conceptualize. So conception comes before materialization. And if you think about how we procreate, that does seem to make sense, doesn't it? We conceive before we actually produce the physical goods. So if you are able to conceptualize, then you will be able to create a vision that you can follow, and that other people can follow. The third step in business management is about capability. Does your organization have the capability to deliver the purpose that you're pursuing? So do you or your organization have the capability to deliver the purpose that you're pursuing in the way that you want to pursue it? Do you have that today? And do you have that for tomorrow? Are the capabilities that you need for tomorrow different to the capabilities that you need for today? And your capabilities are very important, because not only do they deliver for your customer, they also help you fashion your strategy. The fourth step, once you've got your purpose and your values, your why, once you've got your vision, once you've conceived and you have your vision and you have your capability, the fourth step is to define some specific objectives. Not everybody likes this, but you want to define some specific objectives. Some people call this number 1 specific objective a mission. And I'm just putting that in there so that you know that we've got that language covered. This is where it comes. Lots of people put it in other places, but this is where it comes. And you might have 3 specific objectives. And if you've got 6 people in the company, you want the 6 people to know the specific objectives. And if you've got 100,000 people in the company, you want 100,000 people to know the specific objectives. And if the 100,000 person can't say there are 3 A, B, C, then you've got something that you need to give attention to. Once you have the specific objectives, we're talking about management and control. So what do I mean by that? In a small business, there will be reports like the profit and loss, the cash balance at the bank, the cash flow going forward, and the balance sheet. And you want to have these on a regular basis so that you know the score. In a larger organization, it's likely that they're going to be looking at these every day, not just once a month. And in a larger organization, they will also be measuring brand share, brand awareness, employee satisfaction, customer satisfaction, technical competence. There'll be lots of other measures. But the point is, when you've got your specific objectives, you want to be able to manage and control your progress, and it comes through measuring your distance towards your objectives. And there are techniques like management by exception, where you have variances within which you can operate, a bit like a traffic light system. And if all the lights are on green, you can take a bit of time out to go and take care of yourself. If they're on amber, you need to be paying attention. If they're on red, you need to be doing something about it. That kind of simplicity helps enormously when you're measuring and controlling the organization. Everyone can understand it. Then the fifth step in business management is having a story. It's having a story, because stories help you recruit the hearts and the minds of individuals into the game that you're playing. If you're playing professional football, if you're playing professional basketball, or if you're in the sailing team, whatever it is, there will be a story which will unite everyone together. Winning the European Cup, for example. I'm going to give you a number of examples so that you know what I mean. In history, we have the Trojan horse. And the Trojan horse are two words that bring to mind the story of Helen of Troy, the battle to retrieve Helen of Troy. It's called the Trojan horse. These days, with computers, maybe the Trojan horse means something different to you, but in ancient Greece, it was all about Helen of Troy. Coming a little bit closer to present day, the Armada was defeated using a couple of stories: Fireship and the Long Gun. Coming even more further forward into recent times, we have the Gulf War in 1990-91, and we have the left hook deception. The left hook deception. Everybody in military circles that was in that operation knew what that meant. I don't know whether all the troops knew what they were doing, in the sense of them being informed about it being the left hook deception, but that is the story or the strategy that they employed. In consumer goods, we have Just Do It, Nike, 3 words. We have Every Little Helps, Tesco, one of the big grocers in the UK. And we have the ultimate driving machine, or the ultimate driving experience, BMW. Now, all of these are vivid stories. The Trojan horse, 2 words. The left hook, 2 words. Fireships, 2 words. Just Do It, Nike, 3 words. Every Little Helps, 3 words. BMW, the ultimate driving machine or experience, 3 or 4 words. The point is that you want something that everyone can remember easily, and that it evokes exactly what it is that you're trying to achieve. Okay, so the 7th step, and this is the one that can sometimes get missed out. If you've got people who run a business, they're normally pretty confident people. If you've got people who have throughout their career risen to the top of that organization, so the CEO of a major organization, they're pretty confident. They're normally articulate. They can normally present a point of view. They can normally stand for what it is that they are trying to communicate. However, they're not as good as they think they are. I have to put it that way. I have to put it down to the fact they don't know. There's a sort of skill set missing. So when you get into working with a chief executive or their directors, and you're working on a strategy, they won't be shy on putting their point of view. In fact, they might be a bit shy on putting their point of view. Sometimes that's part of the problem. But the kind of real issue is that they don't listen to each other. They don't know how to listen to each other. They sometimes take the expression of a point of view as opposition, when actually it's just the expression of a point of view. And that point of view will remain in the system until it's been heard. It will chirp away until somebody actually listens. So if you've got someone in your organization chirping away, chances are no one's actually really listened to what they have to say. If this is in your management team, this becomes a real issue. And unless you learn how to listen to the sensory information that that person is presenting and allow them to be heard, allow them to be acknowledged experientially, allow them to be listened to, they won't be able to hear your ideas. So this person-to-person communication, some people have it, but I would say this is the main reason management teams start to dysfunction. It's one of the main reasons why they function. And it's certainly one of the main reasons why it begins to dysfunction. And if it's not functional, they're going to destroy value persistently until they prove themselves right. So this aspect of person-to-person communication is crucial in business management. Now, if you look at those 7 steps, the why, the vision, the capability, the specific objectives, management and control, story and communication. The last time I looked at this bit of paper, at least 4 of those, and this is the thing for you to consider, at least 4 of those are soft skills. Soft skills. Why is that important? Well, in everyday life, people will say, cynically, look at the numbers. Forget about everything else. Just tell me the score. Look at the numbers. Now, the score is important. If you're in the professional football leagues, for example, the score tells you, or the points that you get, tell you where you are in terms of your professional football management and in terms of your business management. They don't lie. This is one of the cliches of the football world. The scores doesn't lie. The points table doesn't lie. And it's pretty much like that in business, except the skills that create the value are soft skills. Except the skills that create the value are soft skills. And I really want you to pay some attention to that message. Thank you.